Hi everyone, Bandanner here and welcome back as promised to the second game with Tanner and Jasp. Tanner over on the right in blue playing as the First Armoured Division, and over on the left in red we have Jasp playing as the 39th Infantry once more. Let's have a look at what Tanner has down, as I think he's finished putting stuff down. We have those Paras leaders coming out straight away. One going up to the centre to deploy, one I assume is going to deploy where it is and then move into Charlie. We have a ferret heading up to this area, not something you see a huge amount, the ferret's coming out. Ferret's also heading up here to the centre, and we have a scorpion heading over here. Interesting choice of units. Rifles coming out to this area. At this far side we have Javelin LMLs and two Milan 1s. I guess we've got one of each going to each of these buildings. So just a defensive spread there, and then we got a bunch of stuff going in the middle. Two squads of rifles, a Javelin LML, two chieftains. Sorry, a chieftain and a challenger. Wow, that is an expensive outlay. A tracked rapier and a supply truck. Okay. The challenger, I just, at the get-go, I immediately think chieftains. So a challenger out straight away is quite pricey. Not only that, but it's a Challenger Mark III, so it's extra chunky. Okay, Challenger Mark III coming out there. Let's spin ourselves around and have a look at what Jasp is up to. So we've got Motorradvezka going down here, pretty standard. Here we have some Motorradvezka going in the center, split between a couple of buildings. And here we have one going to this far side as the game starts. Got quite a lot going down the bottom here for Jasp. He's actually going to do a bit of a push here, I think. Got two BMP2s with Motorstrelky in. He's got a TC2 M1, Estrella, a Sapri RPO, and an Igla. So, fairly chunky force heading up there and deploying a little bit further forward. Motorstrelky RPG-22 with a BMP3 coming up to this area here. Obviously, BMP3, very good unit. And in the center, we have three ATGMs, a Motorstrelky Metis, another Motorstrelky Metis, some Conkers, and a command. That is a defensive posture if ever I've seen one. That is a lot of ATGMs for the middle. That says to me, Jasp is looking to lock that down with a huge amount of ATGMs. Let's switch over to the controller. Let's zoom in. I imagine the first skirmish we're going to see is going to be down here at the bottom, as I think Jasp is going to push straight in there. It'll be really interesting here because I feel like there isn't enough to defend the bottom for Tanner. Currently Tanner is +5 because he's capped everything early, but Jasp won't be too concerned about that, I hope. It's early doors. Nice advantage, though. 9 minutes to the win. If he keeps that up, obviously it's not going to happen, but it feels nice right now, I'm sure. You got the Javelin and Milan coming in down here, and there's definitely enough for Jasp to push this if he tries. I don't know if he's going to try. The question is, could Tanner counter push in the middle with his tanks? And the answer is unlikely. The amount of ATGM spread around there is pretty bonkers. There's 4 ATGMs in the center, plus BMP2 being called in now. BMP3 down here, which could be moved up to assist as well. Has Tanner already realized? He looks like he's moving the Challenger Mark III and the Chieftain down this way. I think he's realized. Marker's going down the buildings over there. I'm just trying to keep an eye on that Challenger. Yeah, surely he's seen all these units. He's responding to that. Bringing stuff down here. Marker's going down on the ATGMs. Two Abbots coming in at the back there. Jasp is already in this point, basically. BMP2 is opening up on that building. Challenger Mark III in position to engage the Motorstrelky. BMP3 being pushed up there. He's going to take a missile. Ooh. Dodges it. Did you see the BMP3 doing a little wiggle at the side of the screen there? I don't think that's why it missed, but it amused me nonetheless. BMP2 also dodges. Spartan at the back there trying to get shots off. The building is cleared. BMP3 is down, BMP2 is down on this side, another BMP2 remains. The T62M1 is moving up potentially. Currently just sat back. I guess it's not really a match for the Challenger Mark III. The Abbots are in. That will be used to annihilate the enemy forces there. Command was moved out briefly by Tanner. I don't know if that was a mistake. Some reinforcements coming in down here, but Jasp has a good grasp on the point. He's moving up the Strela and the T62 now. There's another chieftain coming in there. Good clearance of these buildings by Tanner. He wants Jasp out of there. He doesn't like the ATGMs. Everything back to neutralize. Tanner with a slight lead, which isn't going to make a huge difference in the long run now. Tanner needs to use these tanks well down here at the bottom, and he needs to get rid of that T62 for a start. That took a nasty hit immediately from the chieftain. Igla gets a nice hit on a Gazelle there, takes it out. Sapri RPO getting absolutely rinsed by these tanks. Command is in the corner, +2 to Jasp. That's what he wanted. There is obviously still command in there though, so he won't get the +4. He is stuck on +2. But it is better than nothing. 24 minutes of the victory at a +2. Lots of artillery use by Tanner again. Tanner does love his artillery. He loves clearing buildings. Challenger Mark III goes down. Good bombing run. More reinforcements coming in here. BMP2 and a BMP3 with those Strelki. Some reinforcements arriving for Tanner as well. There's going to be a proper scrap over this point. And every so often I still see that Jasp is bringing in extra units in the middle there. I see another BMP3 being called in. BMP3s are quite expensive units. They're not going to pose the biggest threat to these chieftains at close range. However, if Jasp can utilize bombers again, then he can make short work of these tanks. ATGM goes out and takes out the Spartan. Spinning us around a little bit just to see what's coming in the other side. Do see another T62M1 coming in. Plenty of supporting fire from the back here against the rifles in this building. Those chieftains, though, still being a massive pain. BMP2 firing across at the Spartans in the center. BMP2 gets the kill. Assault Pioneers moving up on those Strelki. Lots of fire support going in. And here is that artillery from Tanner. Tanner's really good with his artillery. Oh wow, has he got 3 pieces in now or 4? I think he's got 4 in. Yeah, he's gone heavy on the artillery. 4 Abbots in there now. Obviously very good for clearing buildings. Sapri RPO, another tank coming in the back there. Strelki in a BMP3 again. Tanner putting the squeeze on here. He's managed to maneuver his tanks over a bit. There's obviously a fully healed T62 there. BMP2 goes down. T62 is being moved up. Looks like the other T62 was killed at some point. The one that was already damaged. BTR command goes down. Tanner looking a bit better now, but Jasp used that to catch up on points pretty much. T80B is coming in at the back there. Some artillery coming in for Jasp now as well. Would also like to clear some buildings, I'm sure. But Tanner regains control, has seen off the assault from Jasp. Jasp losing quite a bit there. Chieftain Mark 11 command coming in. I wonder if Tanner will do a counter push here now. He's got another Challenger Mark 3 on the map as well. Heading towards the center there. Some more Chieftain Mark 11s coming in the center. Very little happening in the middle if we just do a flyby. We've obviously got all those ATGMs. We do have a T80BV in here. I didn't see that get called in. So that's in defense. As I say, Jasp hasn't been sitting on his hands over here. He's been bringing stuff in intermittently, so he's got that BMP-3 arriving. The BMP-2 arrived a while ago, and obviously the T-80BV is quite a chunky tank. And he's just doing a little bit of pushing at this side, a little bit of pushing and prodding. If he can gain control of this, he really puts the squeeze on Tanner. Tanner not pushing this side. I thought he might immediately try and rush this side before loads of reinforcements arrive for Jasp, but he hasn't. He's kind of sat waiting. That Chieftain Mark 11 command is coming in now. I thought that would go for the point, but the T-80B is here now. Artillery going straight in on that Motorstrelki. Tanner's very fast on the firepower there. Obviously, the Abbott is quite a good unit. It's not the heaviest artillery. It's only 105 mil, but it's quite effective against buildings at the moment. It did go through a period where it wasn't doing a huge amount, but it seems to be doing a bit more now, especially to buildings more than anything else. And obviously, it fires very fast as well. Its aiming time is very low. There's that little bit of a push here now. T-80 immediately goes down to the Chieftains, and the Scouts low 80 there. Obviously, Scouts with a low 80, very, very strong. Tanner trying to hit those moving infantry with his artillery now. Trying to get ahead of them. Challenger Mark II coming in at the back now as well. The MP3 managing to lay down some fire on those Scouts. Para's leader coming in here. Is going to deploy before it gets to the point. Good hit on the Chieftain from the Motorstrelki Metis there. They managed to slam it in the side. Now the Metis from this side going for the other one. Bit of a crossfire here against these Chieftains. Not terrible. The BMP-3 does go down though. Sapri Commander coming in here. Where is that going? Has he forgotten he's called that in? It looks like it's just going into the enemy units. Oh, stopped at the last second. That was scary. I thought it was going to go straight into the Scouts. The Scouts did die in the meantime, though. And here comes the artillery just to flatten those buildings. Do we have more coming in down here for Jasp other than the artillery we saw called in? Which, there's two pieces in now. And the infantry we saw called in for down here. There is a Conkers being called in as well. Not sure there's a good position for a Conkers with all that artillery. I mean, sitting a Conkers still is not going to end well, because all that artillery is just going to rail on it. Tanner has been pushed back. A little bit of smoke gone down the middle there. Another Chieftain command coming in. He did lose his Chieftain command down here by the looks of it. I didn't even see that get popped. Plenty of fire support in the middle there. T-80 coming under fire from those Abbotts. The thing is, the Abbotts don't do a massive, massive amount of damage to a tank. They're just not a heavy enough shell. It's more concerning that the Challenger is pushing up on it, to be honest. That will take health off. Does smoke to protect itself. There's a good push going on in the middle from Tanner here now as well. He's moving his other Chieftains across. I think he's kind of given up on pushing this bottom point and has decided he's going to go for the middle instead. It is kind of a weak area right now. Fully ranked up Challenger Mark III there. Laying down some fire. I'm surprised we've only seen one T-80BV from the 39th. Really feels like Jasp needs some T-80s at the moment. A nice wall of 4 or 5 T-80BVs would be beneficial against all of these tanks pushing in. Do see another T-80BV coming in, and there's a T-80BVK coming in at the top as well. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a push with infantry at the bottom here for Jasp as a good distractor from what's going on in the middle. Maybe he can force Tanner to turn around some of those tanks. The artillery is off again. Smoke this time. Oh, Trying to protect the Chieftain Mark 11 command, which is being charged in. Metis got a shot off towards it. Would it get a second one? Is that going to be rear armor? This could be nasty. Oh, that was a beautiful hit. I think that was a rear armor hit. Just a tiny bit of health left. It's firing again. It can still see it. Went off target because it got smashed with a shell. Para leader coming in here. Laser bomber coming in. Going for a kill. SU-25 AT coming in as well. That's the Para's leader down. SU-25 AT does not get a kill. SU-25 is going to go down though. Tractor Rapiers doing most of the damage there. But the Tornado finishing the job. Jasp did that good squeeze around the top there, but unfortunately he's not been able to capitalize on it and do much at that side. There is a Challenger Mark II sat in the way. And the rifle's obviously right up on the other side now. T-80BV is getting repaired over there. There's a T-80BV down here now. But look at where the Chieftain Mark 11s are. Yeah, that Conkers is just getting railed on. As I said, as soon as it was seen, it was going to die. Command has been chased out by the rifles in the middle. There's a +3 to Tanner. His command tank is almost repaired down here. It's looking quite rough at the moment. Another T-80BV coming in for Jasp. He really needs those T-80s right now. He needs to coordinate. Rifles there getting a good hit off on the T-80BVK. And there's the Chieftain getting a lovely side shot on it. That T-80BVK goes down. The rifles finish the job. Chieftain Mark 11 goes down as well, though. T-80BV getting pummeled there by the artillery. But as I say, it's not doing a lot to it. However, those Chieftain Mark 11s are close range will, and it goes down. Nice positioning by Tanner there. Nice close range. Gives a bonus to his tanks. Razvedka getting some shots off on the Chieftains, though. But Tanner looking good, pushing both points right now. Chieftain Mark 11 command coming in. Should be able to get in this point. There is a Sapri commander in this corner, though, so it's not like Jasp will be losing it completely. Another Chieftain Mark 11 command coming in as well. Abbott's just pummeling the buildings here. This is looking rough for Jasp right now. 24 minutes left of this game. Another T-80 coming in for Jasp. He really needs to kill some tanks here. Challenger Mark II is still here. Did the Challenger Mark III go down? Or is it in the middle here? No, I think the Challenger Mark III did go down. I can't see it anymore. Challenger Mark II still intact and pushing in the middle. Chieftain Mark 11's rolling around there. Currently +2 to Tanner. Another Chieftain Mark 11 command coming in. That's 3 Mark 11 commands. Just roaming around this area now. Obviously giving a nice boost to the other units around it. That's a T-62 coming in now. How many T-80BVs do we have on the field? 2 T-80BVs left. One of them badly damaged. This isn't looking great right now for Jasp. He's lost a lot of T-80BVs. And I don't know how many he has in his deck. T-80BVs obviously superb units when used in conjunction with each other, but having so few versus so many Chieftain Mark 11s is not great. Chieftain Mark 11 command being charged by Motorstrelki here. Still +2 to Tanner. I'm trying to decide if this is all over or if there is a way back for Jasp. He's bringing in some attack choppers for the bottom here. Good chance he can take out some of the stuff at the bottom, but those tractor rapiers in the middle, they're not that far away. Chieftain Mark 11 command taking lots of fire there. Should go down. There it goes. But there is a Javelin LML on that Mi-24 already. There's an attempt to kill a Chieftain Mark 11 command there. BDR 60 command is in here. I think, yeah, another T80PV has gone down in the middle there. The MP3 is destroyed. There's a T80PV at the back there that needs repairing, but I think that's the last T80PV. He hasn't brought in any more, and MI-24K goes down. The MI-24V rocket barely hanging in there. He's regained control of the bottom, but Tanner with a good lead in points, and he's just pummeling that corner. He's still got loads of Chieftain Mark 11s. Another T80PV coming in. Jasp does have more. I thought maybe he'd run out. He needs to get these tanks killed. Otherwise this game is over. And there's just so many chieftains flying around now. Gazelle rockets coming in to finish off the infantry at this side. They've been sat there for ages. Unfortunately, it was a good push by Jasp, but he just wasn't able to capitalize on those units being there. They are providing a minor distraction at the moment. Infantry pushing in down here for Tanner. I think he's just looking for a way in that point, maybe hunting for the command. Still a Chieftain Mark 11 command in the middle. There is still a command infantry for Tanner, though he doesn't seem to have many commands left. Oh, there's another Chieftain Mark 11 command back here still, of course. 3 commands on the field. I feel like he's still in a better position. We're almost at the halfway mark. Counter battery artillery does get a decent hit. Does some damage to the abbots. Look at the abbots though, railing on this building over here now. Damage has been done. Forced the infantry out of the building. Rifles moving in down here. And there's the surrender. Well played, Tanner. Another win. Commiserations, Jasp. That was a rough one. About double the kills to losses. Tanner just played those tanks very, very well. And great use of that artillery once more. Don't underestimate the abbots. I know I think they're terrible against tanks and stuff compared to the 155 mils equivalent. But clearing buildings, they are very efficient at the moment. They're certainly better than they were several patches ago. Chieftain Mark 11s have just been amazing in that game. Over at the other side, I mean, to be fair, neither player has anything that is massively stand out except for the Chieftain Mark 11s. But I hate giving tanks MVP, but that was a very impressive game. I mean, the abbots didn't do badly either. Good game, guys. Well played to both of you. Commiserations, Jasp there. Some well played games by Tanner. Thanks everyone for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned. There will be more WARNO casts during the week.